Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, this is your tarot reading for the week ahead. A bit of a topsy-turvy week this week, but nothing more than you can handle. We start off with the Chariot. We also have the Eight of Wands later on in the reading too. The Eight of Wands being the Lord of Swiftness, and the Chariot card perhaps being one of the quickest energies within the reading, or the deck rather. So don't be surprised if there's quite a lot coming in thick and fast at the moment. There may be a seeming imbalance between, well, I want to kind of take things slowly, I want to take things at my own pace, but the universe not necessarily allowing you to do that. You may find that you've got your hands quite full this week and that you are having to spin more than one plate than you would perhaps like to. It's not necessarily that it will be an overwhelming week this week, but a lot of running around, lots of trying to kind of keep the equilibrium and keep the balance. The Chariot card with the two sphinxes pulling in opposite directions can sometimes feel like we're trying to manage two runaway horses that are pulling in opposite ways. And there can be a temptation with the Six of Swords of wanting to move towards calmer waters. You can see the choppy waters in the foreground, the calmer waters in the background, and this real want and this need for this place of stability and equilibrium, but for whatever reason, there not being an opportunity to do so. It feels a little bit like, where you've had a really long day, you've done all the household tasks, you've cooked dinner, you've washed up, you finally get to sit down, and then the doorbell goes and you think, oh gosh, all I want to do is relax and come. That may be representative of your week this week. It's not an ongoing process. There's not necessarily much to read into. It's not indicative of you doing anything necessarily wrong. There's just lots and lots of abundant energy coming in that is in contrast with the Four of Cups, the Lord of blended pleasure, and the Six of Swords, the Lord of success earned or earned success. With the Four of Cups, it's a funny old one because we can never tell if this person is feeling despondent or if they're just in meditation. In this reading, I would say more of the former, guard against feelings of frustration or disillusionment, or dare I say it, Scorpio, you would never do this, I know, but sulking. Please don't have a sulk. Partly it's about stepping up to the plate, or it could be in part about how to manage your energies and control your energies. I feel that a lot of this busyness isn't a bad thing by any means. I feel that this busyness is lots of opportunities, lots of exciting things, but because your emotions and your thoughts aren't in that place, it can feel more arduous or more challenging than it ordinarily would. I would suggest just roll with it, just roll with the punches. There's no point, there's a particular word that I'm looking for. There's no point, again, that sulking isn't the word that I wanted to use, but the more that we resist it, the more painful it feels. And the more that we're able to just roll with it and just accept, okay, it's going to be a busy week. There's going to be lots of plates to spin. That's fine. The more enjoyment you may be able to glean from it. Indeed, the Four of Cups is trying to offer you the cup of opportunity, but because you're feeling a little bit bruised and feeling a little bit sorry for yourself, you're missing, you have the potential to miss some great opportunities here. It makes me chuckle because I know a lot of the Scorpio's readings have been really positive and really optimistic, and this is perhaps the first time that challenge has set in. So again, that point of contrast might be making you feel doubly sore. We have the High Priestess. There's certainly lots of overlap between the High Priestess and the Chariot. You have these black and white pillars versus these black and white sphinxes. Black and white in the tarot often talks about duality or extremes. Hence why I'm saying you may find yourself having to navigate some extremes this week. The High Priestess is the card of she's quite Scorpio in energy, actually. Deeply emotional, deeply intuitive, very much rules the subconscious. It's interesting with this crescent moon because I'm almost seeing it like the sting of the tail as well. There may be feelings of wanting to move more into that place this week, but again, because of external um goings on, external demands, we're not being able to connect with ourselves as much as we would like, and therefore we could be a little bit prickly, be a little show the sting of our tail a little bit too. I know this sounds a bit of a strange or a bit of a stark message, but just watch that you're not using your powers of persuasion put in a nice way. Manipulation put in a not so nice way isn't coming to the fore. There it seems to be a lot of emotional intelligence here and kind of subconscious awareness and wisdom that used in the wrong way it could get you into slightly hot water again. But certainly the overriding theme here is about wanting equilibrium, balance, and being quite centered. That is a theme that is coming up for a lot of the star signs. I think in particular Aries and Taurus off the top of my head, and then being able to find this point of balance. For you, it's wanting it, but not necessarily being able to get it. So the question for you is, well, how am I going to navigate that? Am I going to feel sorry for myself, or am I just going to get on with it, roll with it, and know that next week might be a little bit stiller and calmer? That is my reading for you this week, Scorpio. If you want to know more, be sure to check out your rising sign and moon sign. If you don't know how to do that, then check out the website. Also, it'd be interesting to know if your rising and moon are in Aries or Taurus, because there would certainly be this tension between these energies of lots going on, but also wanting to be still. So let me know in the comments if that is you. But until next week, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week, and I shall see you then. Bye for now.